This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good morning and welcome to your morning newscast on Kaieteur Radio. I am Kevin Smith. Let's get to the news in detail. The Guyana government has, with effect from March 1st, 2021, put in place a financial incentive for the renewable energy industry and has since exempted items to be used in the business from the payment of VAT. Now, the order giving effect to the government inducement was made under the VAT Act, which restructured the schedules for goods and services that have either been zero-rated or exempt altogether. The provisions of the order were signed off by the substantive minister with responsibility for the finance portfolio in the office of the president, Dr. Ashni Singh. According to the notice, exempted from VAT payments are machinery and equipment obtained for the generating and utilizing of electricity from renewable energy sources. And now let's tell you the APNU-AFC coalition believes that the local media has been unhelpful in getting its message across and as such has requested that U.S. Ambassador Sarah Ann Lynch ferries its message to Washington on a regular basis. Opposition leader Joseph Harmon made the request on Tuesday last during a meeting with the ambassador and deputy chief of mission at the U.S. Embassy, Mark Colaney. And now let's tell you, to promote transparent and accountable public medical emergency procurement, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime is encouraging open contracting and e-procurement. The organization sought to outline several possible corruption risks associated mainly with COVID-19 vaccine procurement and distribution and general medical procurement in a report. It affirmed that while corruption scandals in procurement are widespread in the healthcare sector, the procurement of pharmaceuticals and medical devices are particularly prone to corruption, and the corruption can most likely occur in the pre-bidding, bidding, and post-bidding phases. And now let's tell you, when one considers the actions taken by the former coalition administration and the ruling PPPC to move at almost lightning speed with oil production offshore Guyana, in spite of the polluting effect it will have on the environment, international lawyer Ms. Melinda Janke is convinced that both political factions are incapable of leading Guyanese to a safe and prosperous future. Janke sought to inform that U.S. President Joe Biden is expected to host a summit on climate change come April 22nd and 23rd. She noted that the summit will deal with urgent action to tackle this phenomenon, plus the economic benefits of doing so. Janke was keen to note that Guyana was not invited, even though it is a key state when it comes to climate change. You are tuned to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. This is your morning newscast. We will return after the break.
Digicel Prime Bundles just got better with 3 new apps. Watch more with PlayGo. Share more with Sportsmax. Read more news with Loop. Listen more with D-Music. Plus extra data. It's simply more bundled together. 51 gigabytes for 7 days for only $2,000. Live the experience with Digicel. Activate today on the My Digicel app.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. The CHNPA is currently in the process of relocating 11 informal settlers inhabiting portions of Plot 1767 and 1768 of Cummings Lodge, Greater Georgetown. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowe stated that while the area is earmarked for a new housing project to accommodate 190 low-income homes, the illegal activity will severely hamper development. Nevertheless, the minister highlighted the government's commitment to providing housing for all Guyanese as he outlined the ministry's approach. The informal settlers, according to notices served, are to be removed by Saturday, April 10, 2021, and the CHNPA announced that it is currently in the process of relocating the squatters to a suitable area within the vicinity. And now let's tell you, a woman on Easter Monday handed over her son to the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, or CANU, for the alleged trafficking of narcotics. Her son, Rolf Farrell, of 6th Street Dazzle Housing Scheme, was wanted by CANU after he ran away during a drug bust at his home. However, Farrell's mother, accompanied by other relatives and a lawyer, took him to the CANU headquarters where he was arrested. He's expected to appear at the Coven John Magistrates Court today, where he will be charged with the offense. She had reportedly told them that her son lives alone and that she did not know that he was involved in illicit drugs. Meanwhile, the preliminary inquiry, or PI, into the murder of Better Hope money changer Aaron Lachman and his 18-year-old daughter Ariana Lachman is expected to come to an end shortly. The matter yesterday continued in the Sparendam Magistrates Court before Magistrate Alicia George, and the next hearing is scheduled for April 14th. Last month, it was reported that the prosecution is expected to call its final 6 witnesses to testify. With that process almost complete, the prosecution is expected to close its case in the near future. The 5 persons accused of the double murder are 25-year-old Mark Rufino, 37-year-old Paul Chan, 44-year-old Troy Abrams, 37-year-old Lloyd Sadlu, and 41-year-old Sean Thomas. And to wrap things up, let's tell you that Dominican Senior Counsel Anthony Astefan, the lead attorney for GCAM, has rebuffed the claims outlined in the election petition, challenging the outcome of the last election's results. Following the oral presentations yesterday, the Chief Justice Roxanne George Wiltshire announced that she had hoped to deliver judgment within 2 weeks, but the arguments and the discussions rose additional time for consideration. Moreover, she decided to set April 26, 2021 for the ruling of elections petitions number 88. In their written submission to the High Court, petitioners Claudette Thorne and Heston Bostwick are contending that Section 22 of the Election Laws Act is unconstitutional and that the recount order of 2020 is invalid, null, void, and of no effect.
Kaieteur Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essequibo.